Hey guys, Teddy's General, and I'm actually going to be doing a small video game review. As most of you know, yesterday, Tuesday, because I'll probably upload this during Wednesday. So yeah, as everyone knows, yesterday, Tuesday the 31st, Nintendo and Team Ninja finally released the much anticipated Metroid Other M. Ah, it's bad glare. Anyway, but yeah, Metroid Other M, it's been getting a lot of buzz by gaming critics and Metroid fans alike. Mostly because of the control system. Um, for those who aren't aware, I'll talk about the story later, but basically, instead of doing a standard nunchuck and Wiimote combo like most would think it is, it's actually done by using the Wii Remote alone. You normally play the game holding it in a classic controller style with, using the, oh hello, lighting up there, using the D-pad to move Samus, 2 is jump, 2 is jump, 1 is fire, A is morph ball, and B does jack shit so far. And then, of course, you basically play like that. But then you can also switch into first person by pointing the Wiimotes in front of the TV screen, where B becomes your lock-on, and A becomes basically your beam charges. And honestly, people have been, saying a lot of negative things about this awkward switch to first person, and I'm not gonna lie. When you first play the game, it's kind of jarring to switch back and forth between third and first person. And most of the time, you'll actually stick with third person. I've only had to use first person for a couple of fights, save because I need to use missile lock-ons. And missiles, that's a different story altogether. The missile system, my personal opinion, it's okay. I mean, I would have loved to have a different button. I mean, how the missiles work. You can only activate your missiles in the first person mode. I really don't like that concept. It's kind of strange. I mean, I don't see why the hell you couldn't hold down B and then use that as, your missiles while strafing back and forth. I thought that would have been a neat little concept, but whatever. I'm not Team Ninja. That's all I know. Basically, you point the Wiimote at the screen, and you have to hold down B to lock on your enemies. Once you lock on, A turns into your missiles instead of your beams, and that's how it works. That's how you fire missiles. You have to go into first person and do it like that. And the awkward thing about first person is, you think, well, I'll be able to, use the D-pad to move around still. No, you're basically fixated in one area, and you have to hold on to the B button to move up, down, left, right to focus center. And that's the first person stuff. It's awkward at first, but you get used to it, and it actually turns out being pretty fun. It's actually, surprisingly enough, it is fun to switch between third and first person. To my amazement, I was kind of skeptical about that, but it's awkward at first. But after about an hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour or so playing, go get used to it, and yeah, you're basically good to go. Story: this game takes place immediately after, well, the opening of the game with, a little training area takes place immediately after Super Metroid, which is an amazing, great job, because they open up with an amazing CGI cutscene of, spoilers for those who have made Super Metroid, shame on you, by the way, of the baby Metroid saving Samus. You actually, see her in first person, like going like, why the hell am I still alive? And you see the baby Metroid in gorgeous CG, giving her energy, and, Mother Brain finishes it off, and Samus is like, oh god, my baby, and then Mother Brain, your time's over, and then unleashes the damn Hyper Beam, and, kills Mother Brain, and Zeb's is destroyed, and everything's all happy-go-lucky, and then you wake up in the infirmary, and you basically do a nice little testing facility, where you learn how to, move, lock on, and all the other fun stuff. And after that, she basically goes on, saying, it's been a couple of months after the, final incident with Mother Brain. I finally eradicated all Metroids, and of course my arch nemesis Ridley. And then she gets a distress call from this ship called the Bottle Ship. And my best analogy for the Bottle Ship, imagine the research vessel for Metroid Fusion. It's the exact same ship, because but instead of 6 environments, there's only 3. The environments according to instruction, well, I'm currently in environment 1, which is like the flora environment. Environment number 2 is the ice environment. Environment number 3 is the pyro environment. And that's all there is, but I'm pretty sure there's more. And there's more to the ship than just that. I mean, you have your main deck, you have your communications deck. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I've explored the entire ship yet. I'm only like, I think, 2 hours in the game. And, during the story, you run back into Adam Malkovich, which, as we all know, was the Samus' new ship's AI at the end of Fusion. And Adam, he's he's a badass. I'll say that much. He is definitely a commanding officer type. The best part is, there is a flashback. The game has a lot of flashbacks in it so far, which talks about Samus's past, which is a really awesome because we finally get to see how she, made that transgression from an orphan kid who had the Chizo to basically bring her up when she joined the Federal Military Academy and when she was part of Adam's original platoon. And hearing Adam say the words, I'm gonna hurt myself for not remembering this. Any objections, lady? Just awesome. But basically, when she gets there, she runs into Adam and his commanding team, and she goes, well, you know what, for their safety, I'm going to tag along anyway. Except, I'm going to say it right now, out of all the voice acting, Samus is probably the weakest. I don't like her voice at all. I mean, fits at times, but she's too, I guess, monotone. She doesn't have enough characteristics that in my mind, I've always pictured Samus saying, yeah, she's a badass, but, she has character to her as well. And, yeah, it decides to explore the character through background story, but she's just so monotone. I mean, she's not bad, but she's, her voice acting is not as great as compared to Adam's or, the rest of the crew that you find, basically. It's kind of depressing. But, what's even worse is how she loses her weapon abilities. You start off the training mission with like 15 missiles, a power bomb, full arsenal basically, and you get on the ship with power bombs ready to go. You got normal morph ball bombs, you got your missiles ready, and you run to Adam, and she goes, well, I'm going to tag one of them, but I'm going to disable all my weapons until Adam gives me the approval. Really, Samus? You're just gonna, get rid of all your weapons like that? Okay. I mean, hell, I won't lie. When you're fighting this giant gelatinous tentacle monster, Adam's like, Samus, use missiles. Like, thank you very much. But, that's really my only really gripes about the game is Samus's voice acting, stupid reason why you've lost all your weapons and abilities, and it's awkward at times to switch between first and third person. But other than that, the gameplay's solid. Running around, using one of the D-pad in these 3D environments works really well since she runs on a 2D plane. She has an auto lock-on for the enemies, so shooting things isn't hard. Charge beam is still useful. Hell, the current thing I just got is a disperse beam, which takes your charge beam and as soon as you hit a target, like disperse into particles all over the damn place and kill multiple enemies. It's really freaking awesome. Graphics, freaking amazing on the Wii. I mean, better than Super Mario Galaxy. Hell, it's probably one of the cleanest, prettiest looking Wii games I've played yet. So, controls are great once you get used to them. Story is fairly good. I'm really in depth. I'm loving the story so far. The environments are fantastic. The ship is amazing. And it has that classic NES, old-fashioned Metroid feel to it, which, as a retro nerd myself, I'm really enjoying. So I can't really say much because I haven't beaten the game yet, but honestly, if you are a old-school Metroid fan, I would say buy this, and if you're still unsure, then I say rent it, and if you're not liking it, then, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not going to tell you, this game's fucking awesome, and I go cursing, this game's freaking amazing, and you should buy it, I don't care what your opinions are or anything. No. This game may not be for all Metroid fans, but as a classic fan who also liked the Prime series, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So, I definitely recommend it to those who are curious about it. Rent it if you're unsure, or if you're still unsure, wait till it drops down in price. All I know, so far it's been worth the money, and I really can't wait to start playing it again. So, this has been Teddy's General, and see you guys next time whenever I decide to do another mini review like this. Bye.